The Committee of Public Safety is best known for the fact that the word committee has 3 double letters, but also for the fact that it was the most lethal and dangerous organization during the French Revolution.
In 1793, the War of the First Coalition was going badly for France, and when on April the 5th the French general
Dumouriez
defected to the Austrian side, the French revolutionaries, in particular the Girondists and Danton, recommended the creation of the committee. Danton was so influential in the process of creating the Committee of Public Safety that it was sometimes referred to as Danton's Committee.
It was officially created on the 6th of August. The point of the committee was to ensure the safety of the people and to take the reins in the war effort, putting the committee in charge of the army, appointing generals, and leading the navy. This gave the committee and its leaders a lot of power, as they were effectively in charge of the entire French military. They also had the power to oversee the state bureaucracy and appoint judges, giving them the power over the state politics.
The political and military power of the committee made it the de facto ruler over all of France. The committee was also responsible for implementing many decrees of the state, like the
Levis en masse
during the War of the First Coalition. A side note about that war. Initially, the campaigns of the coalition started off as a conflict between France, Austria, and Prussia. France was already in a losing situation, but undaunted, the country added first Russia, Britain, and then Spain to its list of enemies. Seeing as how more troops were needed, the Committee of Public Safety oversaw the implementation of the
Levis en masse
which saw the French military swell with new conscripts, thus allowing it to win the next 5 wars with other European powers. The effective solution to the country's lack of troops shows that the committee was at least good for something, and should not be regarded as completely bad for France.
While not overseeing the war effort, the committee was involved in the imposition of the terror. The terror saw the committee try to stamp out reactionaries, but often this simply meant killing priests, prostitutes, thieves, or anyone suspected for any reason of treason to the Republic, like the royalists in the
Vendée
All in all, the terror, led by the Committee of Public Safety, resulted in the deaths of about 30 to 40,000 people. Many people considered the committee dangerous, as it was a massive centralization of power. Just 9 people were initially members of the committee, 1 for 9 different districts. An attempt to saturate the power was made, but it came down to only increasing the membership of the committee to 12. The committee's new representative for the Paris district was Robespierre, a man whose full name is so difficult to pronounce that I'm not even going to try.
Maximilien François-Marie Isidore Robespierre.
Because the National Convention was sitting in Paris, Robespierre was allowed to terrorize it. Thus, he became very powerful. He used this power to eradicate his rivals, like the
Herbertiste.
in March 1794, and then later the
Girondins.
On the 26th of July 1794, Robespierre delivered a speech in a Jacobin club that threatened more political purges, but stopped short of revealing who would be purged. When he left the room, the people realized there was a good chance that they could be purged, and so they decided to act. The next day, when his political ally Saint Just went to deliver a speech in the National Convention, he and Robespierre were declared outlaws and were removed from power. They were guillotined on the 28th of July, and most of the committee's most unpopular laws that facilitated the terror were repealed. Although Robespierre was arrested and guillotined, the Committee of Public Safety survived, although much weaker, until the new constitution of 1795, when it was finally disbanded.